On February 2025, the Dubai-based cryptocurrency exchange Bybit was managing the digital fortunes of millions of users. Inside the company, CEO Ben Zhao went to authorize what appeared to be a standard, routine transfer of Ethereum between the exchange's internal storage locations. But instead of moving to a new vault, $1.5 billion worth of Ethereum began draining into a dark, untraceable void. This chart shows the reaction of the global market as the theft was detected. Bitcoin's price experienced an immediate 20% drop from its all-time highs as the industry realized the scale of the missing reserves. A single authorized click had triggered the largest heist in the history of digital finance, instantly shattering the core assumption that these assets were unreachable. To protect itself, Bybit used the industry's ultimate security standard, cold wallets kept entirely offline, combined with multi-sig approvals that required several different executives to sign off on every move. By design, a vault with no internet connection cannot be hacked from the outside, and yet, while the keys were in the hands of the executives, the Ethereum was moving. The FBI attributed the breach to the Lazarus Group, a state-sponsored hacking syndicate from North Korea. These cyber operations are a primary revenue stream for the regime, with stolen cryptocurrency funding North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. Digital asset vulnerabilities had become more than just a financial risk. They were a direct pipeline for rogue nations to bypass global security sanctions. To get past the blockchain's encryption, the hackers targeted the people who managed it. Under Operation Dream Job, North Korean operatives posed as recruiters on LinkedIn, building relationships with tech employees before sending job offers that contained hidden malware. The group successfully infected the machine of a developer associated with SafeWallet, a tool Bybit used internally for its signing process. This allowed the hackers to compromise the very software the exchange used to coordinate its security. The hackers didn't break the code of the blockchain. They manipulated the human employees and the third-party tools that interacted with it. Inside the system, attackers used user interface manipulation to alter what executives saw. A legitimate transfer address masked hidden code preparing a redirection. This caused a blind sign. When CEO Ben Zhao clicked Approve, the malware instantly swapped the destination to a Lazarus Group wallet. Even the most robust offline key storage is useless if the person holding the key is deceived into unlocking the wrong door. Immediately after the theft, the hackers fragmented the $1.5 billion into 50 separate wallets, each holding exactly 10,000 ETH. They utilized decentralized exchanges and cross-chain bridges like THORChain to swap the assets across different blockchains, completely destroying the digital trail that investigators usually follow. Law enforcement can track public transactions, but the attackers used a chaotic sequence of thousands of automated swaps to hide the origin of the funds. By launching speculative memecoins to create high-volume trading noise, the group was able to wash $160 million in just 48 hours. The speed and anonymity of decentralized finance had been turned into a weapon, providing the perfect infrastructure for moving $1 billion worth of stolen assets into the shadows. This heist occurred just as the Trump administration was moving to make the United States the crypto capital of the planet. The administration's policy included establishing a national strategic Bitcoin reserve, proposing that the U.S. government build a massive stockpile of digital currencies as a strategic asset. But the Bybit hack raised severe doubts. It demonstrated that even the most institutional-grade security can fail, making lawmakers hesitate to commit sovereign wealth to assets that can be siphoned away through a compromised screen. Lawmakers now face a dilemma. Widespread adoption of digital assets is impossible if billions can be stolen through a single compromised user interface. In traditional banking, a data leak or a fraudulent transfer can often be corrected or reversed by a central authority. Cryptocurrency relies on transactional finality. In this system, there is no central authority to reverse a mistake. An attacker only needs to succeed once, because the transfer is mathematically permanent the moment it hits the network. The future of digital finance won't be decided by the math of the blockchain, but by our ability to secure the vulnerable human interfaces and supply chains that control it.